Most of us who try to do this intuition thing, most of us have more failure stories. They're more learning stories. But we have more failure stories than we have success stories. But here is a success story that I hope will encourage you. We'll see. All right. Just about 6-7 weeks ago, it was more than that. It was actually 2 months ago. I was working at a job that the job itself was fine, but the company had made it clear they hated having employees, and they're offended that they have to pay their employees, let alone pay them anywhere near a living wage, all of that. And I wasn't enjoying life, but I had put forth the effort to get a different job, and it just wasn't happening. But I could feel that life was wrong. Something in my life was wrong, right? I was still living the way I live and loving the person in front of me, seeking peace, all of that. The stuff that you hear from me every day. I was still doing that, but something was wrong. Also, it had only been about 6 months since I'd had the stroke, and I'm still recovering, and I guess logically it felt like it wasn't time to make a major change in my life, right? I needed to give myself time to recover and stabilize, I guess, my physical health, right? Anyway, one day when I'm not enjoying work, a manager caught me spacing off in a meeting and asked me a question. And because they'd caught me spacing off, I giggled, and then I answered the question correctly. And they screamed at me in front of everybody who was in the meeting, including their boss. And they're screaming, "It's not funny," blah, 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 blah. And then they start screaming at everybody. And their boss, who's also my boss, but didn't do anything. This manager seemed to face no consequences for their childish temper tantrum. And I decided, you know what? I'm about to be 56 years old. My customers all love me. There was no reason for this whatsoever. There was no justification. Everybody screws up, but this manager is just, they were hired to be the asshole. They enjoy being the asshole. And it was obvious nothing was going to change. And so I decided I'd had enough, and I resigned. And the day I resigned, I started putting applications in for jobs like this out in the middle of nowhere, which is where I have always wanted to be. Anyway, that afternoon, I got an email that said, "Hey, pick a time." And so I picked an interview time for a couple days later. So this was Wednesday. I had the interview Friday. And right as the interview was about to end, I said, "Listen, I know you have other people you need to talk to, but," and the interviewer said, "Nope, you're the person we want. I'm sending you an offer right now." And a couple weeks later, I was here. I followed my intuition. And I ended up with more than I knew was possible. I wish you a week filled with love, joy, peace, beauty, bliss, and wisdom. I'll see you soon.